I just, I just had such an injury. Mark's gone to pick up Kiki, and I was trying to put the phone in the selfie stick because I've just done a little Instagram live. Put the phone in the selfie stick, and the selfie stick snapped onto my finger, and it was trapped. I mean, it's not even bleeding or anything, but I was screaming and crying. Put the phone in the selfie stick, and the selfie stick snapped onto my finger, and it was trapped. How do I turn this off? I mean, it's not even bleeding or anything, but I was screaming and crying. How am I going to stop this sound? How do I turn this off? Oh, shit. Oh, no. There's nowhere that says how to... I don't know this computer. Oh, shit. Oh, hang on. Oh, God, it's one of these touch bars that only lights up when you touch it. It's not my computer. How are you all? Sorry, I'm gin o'clocking. Press the mute on the video. I know, Michelle, but it's because you can't see it. It's a bar that when you go near it, it then lights up. It's very flash. It's only a single vodka because I was just showing off about this on Instagram. I've done an hour's intense yoga. I've done 12,000 steps, and I've been to the gym and done weights. Yes. And it's great at the gym because they've got loads of people that will help you. And there's this lovely woman, Rachel, that was helping me. And she said, I feel really intimidated. Apart from anything else, my top that I thought I looked all right because I just put it in my room. When I got out of the car at the gym, it was covered in not only moth holes, but moth puke. Do you know about moth puke? Dina told me this. She said when moths are trying to eat and it's not like nice enough, it's not like silk or satin or cashmere, they puke all over your clothes. So that like white dust that you get, that's moth puke. So I go into the gym with moth puke all over me and holes. I mean, literally all over me. And I'd put my cap on, not forgetting that Dina had used it to do the painting. It had a great big splash of paint on. I looked, no makeup. Anyway, the lovely Rachel helped me. Gave me such a good bit of advice. She said, do not look at a single soul when you come in the gym. I thought, that's a really good thing. She said, just don't look. She goes, even me as a PT, I can look at somebody and I can get, you know, intimidated. So she said, just don't look. And so I didn't look at anyone. And I just kept focused. And with some bits when you go over to the really like, you know, flash bits where people go, oof. And I you know what I feel like getting? I want to get some, you know, the horse blinker things where they don't have to see the traffic. I want some like that for the gym. Well, I don't see anything except the weights and the water machine. God, I was thirsty. But anyway, so that's why I wasn't going to have a gin and tonic, because they say the days that you work out are the best days not to drink because it stops your, stops the burning, stops the furnace. Is that right, Michelle Penny? Do you know? Oh, Nikki, well, you will be getting your card soon. Hi, Nanny Di. I know. Can you believe we went to the gym? We were very proud of ourselves. Very proud of ourselves. Well, Mark wasn't as proud as I was. I was just so annoyed I didn't take a swimming costume because there was nobody in the pool. Nobody. Oh, my God, I could have done it. Oh, my God, that's already hurting. What's that going to be like tomorrow? And I've got yoga again tomorrow, first thing in the morning. I'm crazy. I always look at the people in the gym, mainly the men who are fit, says Lee. Do you? Yeah, but you're fit, aren't you? So you can look at someone that's fit and then they'll look back at you because you're fit. I would look at somebody and they'd just go, oh, Susan Norton, send it your address again. You must have got missed. And we will send you one. Hello, Karen Bennett. Hello, Bernie B. Hello, Cindy Thornley. Hello, HW. Hello, Sky Elise. Oh, we've done 11K on the beach today. Feels so good after it. There is nothing like it. if you're mentally well enough, because I do understand that sometimes you just feel so low that you can't get out. But if you can, force yourself out and do a walk. It was, Mark and I both felt really low this morning. We went out and the sky was blue and the birds were singing. It cheered me up a bit more than it cheered him up, safe to say, but because you know how he hates a blue sky. Hello, Shelley Silver. Hello, Fiona Reid. Hello, Vixen Dee Dee. Hello, April Hill. Hello, Richard Lynn. Hello, Elizabeth Gordon, Bev Holton, Gabrielle. I feel mentally drained. Life is going back to rushing around. It's a bit much. It is. He'll be back soon, Laurie's just gone to pick up Kiki from the station. Excuse me. Right, so let's have a bit of a chat about, oh, this might be my girl. Oh, I'm just live, darling. You look gorgeous. My gorgeous daughters. I had a lovely swim listening to my favourite tunes. How did you listen to tunes in the water? Don't tell me now you can go in the water with wireless headphones. No, it is not Russian vodka. It's Gordon's gin. Very British, darling. Right, now, I know it's great. Hi, Laura B. Davis. Hello, Coconut Island. How are you? I sneezed earlier and pulled a muscle on my chest. How ridiculous. Oh, my God, it's not ridiculous, Clodagh. A friend of mine was admitted to hospital he was sneezing at the same time that he was picking up a shopping basket. And he thought he'd had a heart attack. Actually, do you know who it was? It was Anthony, oh, I can't think what his name is now in Coronation Street. Anyway, it was Anthony Thingamajig. Oh, it's the funniest story. He had me literally howling with laughter. Lee, you've got to tell the story. Kiki says that you've got to tell the story to Maddie that you told us when you were arrested. So remember that story, because you're seeing, I must be seeing Lee tomorrow. Me and Lee are going to see a matinee, and then you're staying the night, aren't you? Making my lasagna toasty tonight. Becky Plithian, it is so damn good. Honest to God, make sure you put plenty of olive oil on that bread, because it makes it really fried and it's delicious. This is on this channel, guys. I made a lasagna in the Tasty Toasty in the sandwich maker, and it was so damn good. So everybody, right, so I am beyond excited, but at the same time, extremely, extremely worried about Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe. Now, those of you, oh, I'm making the goddess salad today, Della Nixon. Those of you that that know me well, know that I get very, very upset. I've been very upset over the last 5 years about the Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe story. And we've talked about it a lot on here, haven't we? I've had the absolute honour of a couple of times having her quite extraordinary, excuse me if I cry again, husband on Loose Women. Leo, I wonder if you were probably there a couple of times when he was on. Really quite extraordinary man. He's been through absolute hell and back and gone on himself very, very dangerous hunger strikes. He has just relentlessly campaigned to get Nazanin out from the hell that she's been in Iran. Just quickly, if you don't know the story. So Nazanin was on her way home. She'd gone over to see her parents, take her beautiful little daughter to see her parents in Iran, and was arrested just at the point that she was coming back home. She was arrested. She was thrown in the most horrendous prison in Iran. She was tortured physically and mentally. She had the most horrific time. And all the way along, she's been told that the reason that she and other Iranian by nationality, Iranian English people have been, British people are detained in Iran is because of this massive debt that we have to Iran. And I think, correct me if I've got this wrong, I think it's 450 million quid we've owed them for a long time. Yeah, 400 million debt relating to a cancelled order for 1,500 chieftain tanks dating back to the 1970s. Now, we owe Iran this money, right? And of course, there are disgusting, despicable government there. The Iranian people, of course, are wonderful, but the people that run Iran are a brutal regime. But they do want their money back, right? And we're not paying them their money back. And so they have been doing this despicable thing over years of basically kidnapping people and putting them in prison. So it's been back and forth, back and forth. She believed she was going to be let out, and they let her out, and then she was under house arrest, and then she was supposed to be coming home, and then in the last minute they changed their mind. So there's been a lot of this toing and froing. So lots of people have been messaging me today saying, "Oh God, are you really excited about Nazanin?" And the thing is, no, not yet, because the debt still hasn't been paid. We still haven't paid our enormous debt. Part of the torture that they've inflicted on Nazanin and her family is that they keep letting her think that she's coming home and then snatching it back at the last minute. So she has her passport. She's been given her passport. So, this is a huge step. But I also have the real fear that she'll get to the top of those stairs of that plane and they'll bring her back down again. Because really, Richard has a friend who was prison in Iran. Unspeakable in there, unspeakable. And because my fear is that, wow, we're all going, Nazanin is coming back, and then they take her back, they rearrest her, and then the story is out there again and again and again. So, yes, I haven't been able to find a comment from our husband yet. He's probably just the same, and just like, there's a lot of people saying we have to be really, just go with this slow, because it's not really going to be okay until she's back here. But it's definitely good news that she's got a passport. Oh my God, it's just like, and a little girl, God, oh my God. Just 1 second. Are you all right, darling?
Yeah, sorry, just wait for my bus.
Okay. Bobby Ward, yes, until it actually happens. Yeah, we've just got to just pray for her. Well, they don't want, somebody's just saying, I don't know why they don't pay the debt. Exactly, because they're saying we can't pander to kidnappers. Yeah, okay, I get that, and they mustn't be. But when you owe the money, just pay the money. We've got to get off our bloody high horse, this government. And don't forget, Boris made it so much worse for her because she was on her way home. And then he put his bloody foot in it, didn't he? So from one incredibly brave woman, an incredibly brave family, I am now switching over to Marina Osyanikova. Marina Osyanikova. And if anybody is Russian and hearing that and I've messed that up, I'm really sorry. I did practice it. I was practicing it before I came. I think I've done a pretty good job. Ovsyanikova. Ovsyanikova. Beautiful name. So who knows the story of this woman? And you better get the story right into your heart, because hopefully we're going to keep on hearing about her and we've got to keep on putting pressure on for her. Creatorholic, so brave. I sent this story to Kay earlier and I was like, I'm literally in tears. I'm just overwhelmed by the selflessness and the incredible bravery of her. So basically, this woman ran out. Now, I think she's an editor at this news station, and she ran out onto the set of one of Russia's most watched news programs, holding a sign reading, "No war, stop the war, don't believe the propaganda, they are lying to you here." She could also be heard repeating the words, "No war, stop the war." You have to look it up. If you haven't seen it, you have to look it up. So the placard was clearly visible for a few seconds, and then they immediately cut the program and went to a pre-recorded report. So before the incident, this incredible, remarkable woman recorded a video because she knew she would be arrested. She has 2 children. She has 2 children. She's pet. She's married. This isn't just like a single warrior. This is a woman with a family. She has... Anyway, so it was along these lines. "I'm ashamed that I allowed myself to tell lies from the television screen. Ashamed that I allowed Russians to be turned into zombies. We just silently watched this inhumane regime." Sorry, I'm getting emotional again. "We must stop the madness. Don't be afraid of anything. They can't imprison us all." So that's kind of, you know, it's not the entire piece. But do check it out and have a read of it. Now, in this film that she made no reference to her own fears or the almost certain danger that she, well, for sure, the certain danger she was stepping into. Nothing. She didn't say, "I'll be going to prison, please fight for me, da da da, my children," nothing. Just the facts. I mean, I've got goosebumps just thinking about it. So her lawyer, so I think she disappeared for a while. I think she ran off for a while. It's not really very clear. Macron immediately offered her sanctuary at the French embassy and an offer to be safe, kept safe in France. But unfortunately, she has been arrested now. They've got her. Now, before the war, something like this would have got her 10 days maybe in prison. But isn't she die? But now, with this new rules, and actually she has been described by the Russian state-controlled media are now... hang on. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov has called her actions an act of hooliganism. Russian television news has long been controlled. State-controlled Russian media refer to the war as like a special military operation and paint Ukraine, as we know, as the aggressors, as neo-Nazis, as drug addicts. And so anyone, as they have described it, the Russian, the Kremlin, anyone in any way trying to paint any other picture than that will be put into prison for 10 years, no questions asked. That woman's about to be put in prison for 10 years. Knowing, and you know what she said today? She said, my lawyer has told me I'll probably go to prison for 10 years. I regret nothing. Five to 10. Oh, this is her actual tweet. "I don't know what will happen to me anytime soon. My lawyer told me I might be facing time in jail from 5 to 10 years according to the criminal code. I don't regret it. I need your endorsement though. Hashtag stop the war." What? Michelle said she's just been released. She hasn't. She's been released? Ah! Oh my God. Did you hear all that, Maddie? That still... She hasn't. She's been released. Is this true?
Why would they release
But how can that be when they're being so... And she's run across... Really? Oh my God. No, that's something to cheer us up. But what's going to happen to her? I think she needs to run to Macron. I think she needs to go to bloody France and keep up her campaign outside of Russia. And a fine. Wow. God, she must know somebody in high places. Yeah, Lucy Heaney said, yeah, but we know how these people go missing. She needs to go straight to the French embassy. She needs to take up Macron's offer Charlotte says they won't want to draw more attention to it. Yes, definitely, says Nanny Bluebell. Let's get her to France. Bonjour, madame. Comment ça va? I've been doing Duolingo French, so that's a bit of French for you. Really, really cheered me up. I've literally been worried about it because it's just such bravery. Because you know my obsession with Navalny, my unreason. Bye, gorgeous. Have a lovely time. I love you. Take care. You know, my obsession with Navalny, who is now bloody locked in a freezing cold gulag and probably will never see the light of day again. I thought that's what was going to be her end. Okay. Do you want to know? Well, I found this article, 17 Ways to Feel Good. I know, oh, thank you, Ashley. I'll say that to her. That's very sweet of you. So midlife happiness, the 17 ways to feel good. But this isn't just for midlife people. This is for any age. So this is an article in the Times if you want to read the whole one. But it is one of those where it's got a paywall. So I thought I would share it with you. Right, here's one. Get a grip on unhelpful thoughts. Well, easy enough to bloody say, but how do we do it? So... Unhelpful thinking, stinking thinking as I call it, can become a habit and be damaging to long-term happiness. Now, this is all from this consultant clinical psychologist, Elizabeth Kilby. So, come on, Elizabeth, tell us what we've got to do. So, when a thought pops up, okay, a negative thought, you have to say, am I going to delete it, defer it, or action it? Ask if it's relevant either now or later. If not, get rid of it or move on, she says. Not speculating about the future or worrying about the past, just being in the here and now is the most healthy state of mind. Very bloody easy to say, Elizabeth, Mrs. Psychologist. You know the saying from rehab that we've told you before. Projection is having one foot in the future, one foot in the past, shitting in the present. Shitting on the present. And it's just to keep bringing yourself to right here, right now. Like earlier, Mark and I bumped into a friend of ours that we haven't seen for ages in the park. And we were sort of talking quite honestly about how difficult, we hadn't seen her for ages, how difficult the time's been. And we got ourselves a bit sad about everything, the pandemic, the war. She's lost her husband a couple of years ago. And then almost at the same time, we all went, it's a beautiful day today. The sky is blue. The sun is shining. Right here, right now, we are okay in this minute. And you know what? We all walked away from each other smiling. Now, that doesn't mean then we were like Happy Larry all bloody day. But it is, that's kind of what it is. It's difficult. But to distract with coming back into the moment. I love this one. Spend money on good experiences, not on more stuff. We don't need more stuff, do we? We've all got more bloody stuff than we know what to do with. And I mean, we do that now. Maddie's, because you know Maddie's birthday's on Christmas Day. We now buy her experiences rather than stuff. And actually it goes so well. So I think that's a good one. Do things for other people. This is a good one. Self-care and planning. Actually, Mark and I, again, were talking about this today. And it's called, in rehab, they call it being of service. Being of service to somebody else when you're really stuck in your own shit can be incredibly helpful. Now, of course, there's a line with that because you don't want to be rescuing people all the time so that you're never dealing with your shit, which is a whole nother kind of addiction. But there's a balance. There is a balance. So this is from cognitive scientist Laurie Stanos, and she says, happy people tend to spend a lot of time with close friends and family, be around other people more often, and they tend, when possible, to do nice things for each other. As you grow older, you accumulate wisdom, but opportunity... Oh, so that was it. So that was... Now, so, you know, yeah, it's nice to be nice, and it ends up making you feel better. Like sometimes when I want to do something for somebody and they go, no. And I go, please, because it will make me feel really good. This is actually transcended you now, and I actually want you to allow me to do this because it will make me feel better. Another thing, never stop learning. As you grow older, you accumulate wisdom, but opportunities for wonder start declining. This is so true. Preserve a healthy mood, a happy mood, a stable mood is by having a state of mind that permits curiosity to nudge the brain. I think that's a really important one, isn't it? Because we can all slip into that. Oh, yeah, I know that. Oh, yeah, I've done that. Curiosity. Like the older people that I've met and that I really love and I want to spend time are like this. Oh, really? Oh, did you? Oh, why? You know, there's something about that that's just so attractive, whatever age you are. First, it's really attractive. And secondly, it keeps the brain fresh and peachy. So embrace the challenge. Yeah. Expect to feel sad sometimes, of course. I think like we shouldn't panic and just try not to be sad when we're sad. Sometimes we have to sit with our feelings, don't go, feel sad now, but I won't feel sad the whole time. Here's another one from a 2018 study published, it's quite a long time ago, 2018. We've been through a lot since then. From the journal Sexual Medicine, found that well-being is higher among older adults when they are sexually active. It also found that sex often declines in midlife around the ages of 50 to 59. And if you're a woman, we know what that is because they don't hand out the testosterone freely enough. And if you ain't got no testosterone, you ain't got no desire for nothing. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a nice thing. Faith Goodman, treat someone you love to afternoon tea. Exactly, you can do it. It doesn't have to be a big, expensive gesture. So basically, so they say, think of sex like dancing. There are the emotional benefits of dancing itself, but there's also the benefit of having someone ask you to dance. The feeling of being wanted and enjoyed, that's a huge ingredient for happiness. There you go, more sex, guys. Take yourself to a place where you can feel amazed by nature. Well, I think that can sound like a huge thing, like suddenly I've got to be at some fucking gorgeous TikTok-like waterfall. You can find the beauty in the most dull of parks and everything, can't you? Like today it was the birds. They were singing their hearts out and it does make you feel better. Look after your gut health. Well, you know me and my gut health. I'm always banging on about it. I'm so convinced that Mark's depression would be a quarter of what it was if his gut wasn't in such a bloody mess. Basically, the gut, when the gut isn't good, I'm reading this here, okay, hang on, I'm going to read you this bit. So for strong immunity, you need a strong gut. So when your gut is leaky, inflammation can act on your brain to change your behavior, and that's not good. But the good news is, I mean, because literally it can cause depression, low mood, all sorts of horrible things if you've got an unhealthy gut. But what I would say, rather than me read all this out, look it up. What do you need to do for a healthy gut? How do you feed your gut so it makes all those gorgeous microbes that it needs to be healthy? Keep moving throughout the day. We all know that. You can't sit down and go to the gym. That will make you happy. Watch your alcohol intake. I'm watching it. No, but I am very, that's a single gin and tonic and that'll be it for tonight. Don't be a midlife martyr. How many of us do that? Identify your needs and allow people to meet those needs. I always say to my girls, ask for what you want, but first of all, you've got to ask yourself what you want. And then don't be afraid to ask for it. Mika Mack, I have Crohn's disease, Nadja, and the gut is important for mental health and 70% of the immune system. I know. I mean, it literally causes disease. It's a powerful, powerful thing to get your gut healthy. Please read about it. Please, honestly, honestly, so many things can clear up if you look after your gut. Embrace all your emotions. Recognize your emotions, feel them, allow them, enjoy them, revel in them. Keep on dancing. I don't know what number we are at. Have a morning routine that will set you up for the day. If we start the day anxious, fearful, frazzled, those feelings usually worsen until we collapse into bed feeling terrible. This is a therapist stroke yoga teacher. He suggests a morning routine that sets you up for the day to influence your experience of it. Vital ingredients, he says, are silence, moments of stillness, even if it's to take a quiet coffee. Now, usually I put the radio on straight away, but on the days that I don't and I just sit and even take 2 minutes on the step out there in the garden, it's very rare that I do it. Totally different. A burst of happiness, whatever brings you joy, such as stepping out in the garden, just have that moment. Intention, which is in which you decide how you want your day to go. This is what I do in yoga. I know lots of you go to Rachel as well, my yoga teacher. She's so good on this. Nourishment, perhaps cut down on the news and listen to a funny podcast instead. And exercise, of course. Little of all those things in the morning. Think about getting a pet, a job that expresses your values and your purpose. So there's lots there to have a look at and to have a think about. It's all the stuff we talk about quite a lot on here, actually, isn't it? You see, we don't only want to keep you company. We don't only want to entertain you. We also want to get you healthier and happier because we love you. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you for hanging out for me. I've now got to go and cook. For Kiki, I'm doing green goddess salad and Wagamama chicken. And for Mark, I'm doing a chimichanga wrap. So I've done chili beans. I'm doing chicken, cheese, sour cream, and guacamole, all rolled up in a wrap. And for me, I'm having brown rice, beans, a little chicken, and avocado. Guys, if you're going to eat more beans, you've got to eat more beans. They're so good for you. And if you put cumin with them, you don't fart. I saw your green goddess salad, Zoe, on your Instagram. I'm going to repost that. Anyway, guys, love you lots, like jelly tots. Bye, my lovelies. See you tomorrow.